Another one is a Blessed Anna Maria Taigi. And she said that there would come over the earth in a darkness lasting 3 days and 3 nights. And she said nothing will be visible and the air will smell of death. And during the darkness, artificial light won't work. No flashlights, only blessed candles will light up the earth. And she said this will take place shortly before the last day. The blesseds and the saints that have talked about the 3 days of darkness, way back in 1820, Blessed Elizabeth Canori Mora, I've talked a lot about her. She talked about chastisements when the sky was covered with clouds so dense that it was impossible to look at it. And she said demons will drag away the wicked, while Saints Peter and Paul, who we just celebrated, will gather up all good Catholics. And so her writings were given approval. Another one is a Blessed Anna Maria Taigi. And she said that there would come over the earth in a darkness lasting 3 days and 3 nights. And she said nothing will be visible and the air will smell of death. And during the darkness, artificial light won't work. No flashlights, only blessed candles can be lighted and they will light. And she said, don't open the window, don't look outside, don't leave your house because you'll fall dead. Now, the church does not teach this is dogmatic or that you have to believe this. It's just something that I think is worth looking at. There's a book, Prophets and Our Times, by this this priest Colleton. I think it was Gerald Colleton. And he did extensive study on Anna Maria Taigi, and his book was given both the Nihil Obstat and the Imprimatur. And she talks that demons will be disguised as family members coming to get us. But again, this is not dogma. This is just something that will help us prepare.
What can you say, Father Chris, about the concept of refuge?
In what sense?
Because there's a popular priest preaching this, the refuge. If we are now in the persecution and this tribulation, there will be a refuge that are prepared for us. Are you familiar with that, Father?
Yeah, that again, we have to be careful because these are not dogmatic. The biggest refuge is being in a state of grace. Now I agree it may be prudent to maybe have some supplies. One of our Marian priests, has some stored stuff that will allow survival in the time of war, famine. This is not a bad thing. Even if going back to the 3 days of darkness, there's another mystic, Blessed Mary of Jesus Crucified. And she said that this darkness will come for 3 days and people that have given themselves to evil will perish. And she said only a fourth of the humans will survive. But, probably the biggest was Marie Julie Jeheni. And she talked about the 3 days of darkness. And she said only blessed candles made of wax will give some light. Yeah. And she did say one candle will last for all 3 days. But they will not give light in the houses of the godless. And she said in the house of the God-fearing, the candles won't be put out. And so I believe this happens at the end of the chastisement as a mercy to stop us from suffering even more. Now, remember, all of these warnings are conditional, meaning they depend on mankind's cooperation with God's grace. We really have to do that. Now, how do we